Hello, it's me. Hey, I just wanted to publish another rant. So there's a couple things on my last gym rant I didn't say, but I'm gonna say them here. But I thought I'd change up my hat. You like my little fox hat, or actually I think it's a coyote. Pretty good, huh? After, what I mentioned before in another video where one of the social media girls got on there and said, if you're ugly, you're bald. That's when you know you're ugly. So I have fur on my head now. So am I still ugly? Probably, but who cares, right? This guy wasn't using his fur, so I got my fur on it. Hey, anyway, so here's the deal. One thing I was thinking about when I was walking out of the gym is this. As you're walking down and you got your face down, looking at your phone, because you don't want to offend nobody by actually talking to them. So you see a lot of things on the ground. Some of the things you see in the parking lot outside the gym, I've seen syringes, I've seen empty bags, those little tiny bags of meth. I've seen the little, we used to call them roaches, the end of a joint. I've seen underwear, guys' underwear, women's panties. I've seen feminine pads, not really dirty, they're just feminine pads laying around, and those ones that the old guys wear so that when they pee, they don't boop, 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 drip in their pants. I've seen clothes. Lots of clothes. Everything from socks to underwear to bras to shirts to shorts. And it makes me wonder, what's the story behind that? I'm thinking at one point, somebody purchased, say, a shirt. And they wore it, and now it's in the parking lot of a gym. What's the story behind that? Is it that they just kind of took it off when they come out of the gym? It was sweaty and they just didn't want to wash it anymore? I don't know. But I definitely don't touch them, because who knows? Maybe they had a really good workout and they couldn't hold their bowels, and on the last, they sharted. Now when you shart, you got to wipe it up, and you can go into the bathroom there at the gym, but if you don't have any extra clothes, you really don't. You got to leave with what you have. So stands to reason somebody would walk out to their car, clean themselves off, wipe themselves off a little bit, use their gym towel to cushion the seats, and then off they go. I don't know, but I'm not touching to find out. Now, the used condoms, obviously, somebody gets a little frisky before or after, or even when the parking lot is closed. That makes sense. Syringes, joints, cigarettes, all that stuff kind of makes sense. But the clothing item has me perplexed. At what point, I see these skivvies, military term, sorry. I see these panties, or I see these underwear, and I think, I wonder what the story behind that is. I mean, it's not like something you sit on the car, like a drink, and you drive away, and the drink goes boop, 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 onto the ground. But things you want to see. Oh, I never see money, or credit cards, or bicycle keys, or car keys, or any of that stuff. But we live in an electronic world, so a lot of these cars are started up by you looking at them and winking, But it makes me wonder if we could go back and trace that particular item back to find out exactly. I bet there's probably an interesting story to most things that are left in the parking lot at a gym. I've never left anything. I don't want people to wonder, I seen that big green Chevy Blazer parked there. And this is right there. No. I would rather keep my anonymity intact. So, in the last in the last video, I was saying that it was on a Sunday and I didn't go to church, and I was having a hard time explaining what I meant, and I kind of went off on a tangent or anything. But what I wanted is excuse and reasons. There's a fine line between excuse and reasons. So why didn't I go to church? Or why didn't I go to the gym? Well, we have a tendency in this world to look at every answer as an excuse vice a reason. Now, when you ask your kids, why isn't your house, or why didn't you clean your room? And as soon as they take in a breath to say a word, I don't want to hear your excuses. Maybe he was about to give you a reason. Maybe he has a good reason. And the reasons are very, very thin. I mean, usually excuses tend to blame other people for your actions or inability to complete tasks, whereas reasons justify or lays out an outline why the task couldn't be made. I'm on my way to work. A guy comes out of a side and just T-bones my car. Boom! And I can't move. I'm late for work. Boss says, why were you late for work? Well, I got T-boned. That's the reason why I'm late for work. I got crashed into and my car wouldn't move, leaving it impossible for me to go to work. That's the reason. But we don't ask that, do we? We say, what's your excuse for being late? We've already determined there's no good reason. It's got to be an excuse. Now, if I'm driving down the road, I forgot to wake up, an alarm didn't go off, and then I get to work and they say, why are you late for work? Well, my alarm didn't go off, I didn't set it. Usually somebody in the house wakes me up, they didn't wake me up. All that stuff it's not my fault. But it is your fault. You didn't set the alarm. Those are excuses, right? And some of the stuff is very, very difficult. Fidelity, reasons, excuses. I don't know. But why didn't I go to church? Well, there's no good excuse. And all of my reasons are simply excuses. Yeah. I know that. I'll admit that. I'll own that. But on the other note, if I walk out of a gym and I leave my skivvies behind in the parking lot, I know there's a reason behind that. But that's not something I would do. You know what I mean? Things that make you say, Next time you go to a store or to a business or to a park or you're on a hike and you're just walking around, you're looking at things, look at the stuff that people leave behind and think to yourself, I wonder what the story is. It will monopolize your time, and if you're one of these really smart guys that like to write all kinds of stuff, you might want to sit down and make up a story. Something to think about, right? Have a good day. I think I'll go get my hair did. Maybe increase my beard. I don't know. What do you think? Out.